Buying a house is a big deal. It's one of the most significant financial decisions you'll ever make. It's exciting and maybe a little scary. The process can be overwhelming, but also incredibly rewarding. You need to find the right place and figure out the money part. This often involves a lot of planning and research. Sometimes, getting a traditional mortgage from a bank isn't easy. There can be many hurdles and obstacles. That's where seller financing comes in. It's an alternative that can simplify the process. Seller financing is like a direct loan from the person selling the house. It cuts out the middleman. Instead of going to a bank, you make payments to the seller. This can make the transaction smoother and faster. It can be a game changer, opening doors to home ownership. Many people find it to be a more accessible option. It can also be a win for sellers, making their property more attractive. They can sell faster and potentially at a better price. Seller financing can be a flexible and creative way to buy or sell a house. It offers unique benefits for both parties. It's like a partnership where both sides work together. This collaboration can lead to a more satisfying transaction. In the following sections, we'll break down how it works. We'll guide you through each step of the process. We will also cover the pros and cons. Understanding these can help you make an informed decision. So how does seller financing actually work? It starts with a conversation. The buyer and seller talk about the terms of the loan. They agree on things like the purchase price, down payment, interest rate, and monthly payment amount. Once they shake hands, they put everything in writing. This is the part where lawyers come in handy. The agreement will outline the payment schedule. It will say who is responsible for what, like property taxes and insurance. The seller usually keeps the title to the property until the loan is paid off. Think of it like a safety net. Once the buyer makes the final payment, the title transfers to them. Just like that, they are the official homeowners. Seller financing is not one size fits all. It offers flexibility and can be tailored to meet the needs of both the buyer and the seller. There are different ways to structure the deal, each with its own set of benefits and considerations. Let's look at some of the most common types of seller financing options available. First up, we have the all-inclusive mortgage. This is a comprehensive option that simplifies the payment process. This is like rolling everything into one neat package, making it easier for the buyer to manage their finances. The buyer makes one payment that covers the existing mortgage if there is one, and the loan from the seller, streamlining the process. Next, there's the second mortgage. This option can be a lifesaver for buyers who need additional financing. This is where the seller essentially acts like a bank, giving a second loan on top of the buyer's primary mortgage, providing extra financial support. This option can be helpful if the buyer can't get a big enough loan from a traditional lender, offering a viable alternative. Another option is a land contract. This can be a good choice for buyers who need more time to secure traditional financing. With this one, the seller keeps the legal title to the property until the buyer fulfills the payment terms. The buyer makes payments to the seller and gets to live in the house, enjoying the benefits of home ownership. Once the loan is paid off, they receive the title, making the property officially theirs. Finally, there's the lease option. This is a flexible choice for those who aren't ready to commit to buying immediately. This is like renting with the possibility of buying, giving the buyer time to decide. The buyer makes regular lease payments, which can be a more manageable financial commitment. Part of those payments may go towards the purchase price if they decide to buy the house later, making it a practical option for many. Section 4. A win-win advantages for both sides. Seller financing can be a win-win for both buyers and sellers, offering unique benefits that traditional financing often can't match. Let's look at the upsides for each side, starting with the buyers. For buyers, seller financing can be a lifesaver, especially for those who struggle with traditional mortgage qualifications. It's often easier to qualify for than a traditional mortgage, making home ownership more accessible. Plus, you get to skip the bank bureaucracy and often close the deal faster, saving time and reducing stress. You might even snag a lower interest rate or more flexible terms, which can make a big difference in your monthly payments. For sellers, it's all about making your property more attractive to a wider range of potential buyers. Seller financing can attract more buyers, especially those who might not qualify for a traditional mortgage, increasing your pool of potential buyers. You get a steady stream of income and often sell your house faster, which can be a significant advantage in a competitive market. Plus, you might even be able to negotiate a higher selling price, maximizing your return on investment. Section 5. Navigating the water's potential risks and challenges. While seller financing can be a great option, it's not without potential downsides. It's important to weigh the risks and challenges. For buyers, one of the biggest risks is defaulting on the loan. If you can't make the payments, you could lose the house and any money you've already put in. Make sure you can comfortably afford the payments. For sellers, the biggest concern is also the buyer defaulting. If they can't make the payments, you might have to go through the hassle and expense of foreclosure. It's important to screen potential buyers carefully. Section 6. Keys to success strategies for buyers and sellers. Seller financing can be a path to homeownership. Both sides need to be smart and careful. Here are some tips. For buyers, do your research. Find a reputable seller and get a professional inspection of the property. Make sure you understand the terms of the loan. Have a lawyer review the agreement. Buyers, check their credit history and verify their income. Protect yourself legally. Have a clear and comprehensive agreement. Consider working with a real estate attorney. Section 7. Seller financing, your path to homeownership. Seller financing can be a game changer in the world of real estate. It's a path to homeownership for buyers who might not qualify for traditional financing. It's a way for sellers to attract more buyers and potentially get a better price. Remember, communication is key. Buyers and sellers talk to each other. Be open and honest about your needs and expectations. Working together can lead to a smoother and more successful experience. Seller financing isn't right for everyone, but with careful planning, good communication, and a little bit of trust, it can be a win-win.